Hello and welcome to the video. My name is Ashton Pizza, but you can call me Ash the Advocate. At OCDCon 2025, I interviewed an estimated 27 people and was able to feature a good number of them in the main OCD conference video, but there are so many wonderful parts of these conversations that got excluded in that process. This may be the only one I end up posting an extended version of, but my hope is to be able to maybe share more with you if you're interested, so feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more. But for now, let's dive into my interview in Chicago at OCDCon 2025 with Dr. Patrick McGrath. I am here with Dr. Patrick McGrath from NoCD. So tell me a little bit about your role at NoCD.
I'm the Chief Clinical Officer at NoCD, so my job is to help make sure our training is great for our therapists, to ensure our clinical models are holding fidelity to what we want our protocols to be, making sure that our members are getting better, and doing case consultations, do a lot of those. I also work a great deal outside of NoCD with our payer partners when we develop relationships with outside groups like psychiatrists or people who treat other conditions that might coexist with OCD. So I do OCD trainings for them so they understand what OCD is. And then I also have a podcast called the Get to Know OCD podcast. And you have participated on some of my webinars even that I do, and continuing education work as well.
Some of my early exposure work around my career actually did involve Patrick McGrath unintentionally, against his will, you could say. But in some ways, it brought me to where I am now. I've been working as a clinician for over a year now. So, just living my life, doing what I can.
Awesome. I love it.
Tell me a little bit about what brings you into OCD work.
Well, my journey's kind of an interesting one. On paper, I'm a massive failure.
Yep.
If you take a look at after I completed my internship and I was applying for jobs and postdocs, I applied to 40 positions. I got one interview. That was it. And it was at the St. Louis Behavioral Medicine Institute with Alec Pollard. And Alec and I spoke together for about half an hour on the phone, and we really hit it off. I joke we talked for 2 minutes about psychology and 28 minutes about why we didn't like the Cubs. He knew from that conversation that we could get along, and that's what he wanted. He knew he could train me. He wanted somebody he could get along with to train. And I was there for about a week and a half and knew at that point that this was going to be my career. I felt an affinity to doing ERP work right away. And as I tell all of our new clinicians who are training, who sometimes are worried like, oh my gosh, I have to be perfect at this. I let everyone know. It took me about a year and a half to really get that great confidence. But that's why we have consultation and all these things available, folks. There's always somebody for us at NoCD backing you up to make sure that you have the ability to do great work.
One of the things that actually resonated with your story for me was when I was applying for jobs after my bachelor's program. I was getting zero interviews, nothing. And so, of course, OCD latches onto that and says, like, well, you're just not meant for this
You
field.
are rather terrible, by the way. Yes.
I will definitely harm a client at the first opportunity.
100%.
But, that's OCD on its OCD
It's kind of
logic,
a jerk, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your experiences of the IOCDF conferences.
This is probably my 27th or 28th, I think, conference now. And it has been an amazing journey to watch it grow from smaller hotels to now this massive place that we're at, and being able to see a lot of individual presentations to now there's so many people who want to speak that we're building panels with groups of people to get maximum amount of people on stage to talk about their stories, their work, their research, their trainings, and watching the crowds grow, and now to be able to do it virtually too, so people all over the world can participate in the conference if they can't travel.
NoCD actually sponsored the virtual option.
We are the virtual sponsor,
yes. And I can imagine that's partly because NoCD really has demonstrated the value of telecommunication within this space. I was able to get my treatment from NoCD, which was absolutely valuable living in a rural area. So it's definitely a great option for anyone who is not able to access the specialized care they need. If you were to just kind of in the spirit of this whole thing, this whole conference being about anxiety, being about the doubting disorder, what would you say to someone who is maybe considering attending the conference, but is experiencing some doubt, some anxiety about, oh, what is it like? I don't know.
OCD has to doubt it. It is the nature of OCD to doubt, right? If it's called the doubting disorder, it would not be doing its job if it didn't doubt something.
Yeah.
So whenever there's something important in your life or that you might be looking forward to, it's always going to instill doubt into that experience. And instead of being shocked or taken aback by that, I want people to recognize, oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I now be doubting this? Because that is what my condition is. I doubt things. So if you can just take a step forward from the doubt, it's okay that it's there, right? You and I don't know if the ceiling's going to stay above us or on us in the next 10 seconds, right? We live with that doubt and that uncertainty.
And if you're seeing this video, then I mean, hey, might not have.
It'll be recorded, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Good for insurance purposes, by the way. Yeah. But we're going to stay here. We're not moving, right? And that's what I want people to do also, is that I don't want you to think anxiety is going to go away, then I'm going to do something. I want you to think I can live with the discomfort, the shame, the guilt, the disgust, the doubt, the anxiety, the whatever it is, and still live my life. And if you take that risk, right, if you give yourself that chance, that's when you start to change. I love telling people the only way to be brave is to first be afraid. Because if you're not afraid and you go do something, it wasn't really brave, right?
Yeah.
But if you're like, and then you're like, okay, that's bravery.
That's courage.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the things that we want for people to do.
Thank you so much, Dr. McGrath. And I'll end this off on just a silly little inside joke note. I look forward to you pushing me down the stairs at this year's conference.
There's an escalator right there. Shall we go do it right now? Okay, let's go.